friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and exciting updates from the world of football. When you talk about a mighty club like FC Barcelona, just like the iconic stadium you can see behind me, you would expect win after win after win. And this is a club which has a very big history in world football and coming up again in the Champions League against a very tough Inter Milan side. It was a crunch match in the UEFA Champions League and it was a must-win scenario for the Catalan Giants. And Xavi Hernandez was quite optimistic, having 80 to 85,000 fans behind you in the Camp Nou will definitely galvanize the team to perform better. And guess what? They absolutely bottled it. With the kind of fortune which they have spent in the summer transfer window, with the likes of Robert Lewandowski, Frank Kessie, Andres Christensen, and all the top quality players in their squad already, we were expecting Barcelona to compete in the Champions League. This squad was built not to just compete but to win the Champions League. That is why they spent a fortune. And guess what? It was a very thrilling draw in the end, which does not help Barcelona one bit. They're languishing in third place in the group, which features Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pilsen. And this is not a good sign for Xavi Hernandez. And let's get straight into the starting lineups for this match. Once again, I just don't understand why does Xavi always have to go with his young prodigies who have come out of La Masia such as Gavi and Pedri. When you have quality players like Frank Kessie who have proven their talent in AC Milan over recent years, well, he gives you a different kind of element and going forward you can rely because he has that ability to bomb forward. He's kind of a box to box midfielder and he can, produce offensively as well. And he is a much more of a physical presence in the midfield. And yet Xavi Hernandez chooses to go with Gavi. And Gavi was not so brilliant in the previous fixture against Inter Milan at San Siro. And even in the weekend against Celta Vigo, they were looking quite lackluster. And whenever the ball comes to their own defensive half, one ball over the top can catch Barcelona wanted. And that is exactly what happened in this match. Well, there were so many moments where Inter Milan could have taken the lead, especially they changed their lineup. They were playing with a, I think, 3-5-2 formation with Edin Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez up top. And I was expecting goals because you know that Edin Dzeko, what you are going to get with him, he will be holding the ball, he will be linking up the play with Lautaro Martinez's movement. Even the midfield with Nicolo Barella was just outstanding. His work rate, his work ethic, and the discipline which he has not to commit fouls in offensive or dangerous areas is just a joy to watch. And that is the kind of mentality with which Inter Milan went into this match. They knew that they would be up against it. They will not get more possession of the ball, but they stuck to their guns, they stuck to their formation and held their shape. They were frustrating Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona did create chances, especially Ousmane Dembele was trying a lot. And this is what happens once again when you don't play players in their right position. Once again, Xavi started with Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele, who happened to play in the same position, that is the right wing. And that sometimes can get the not the best out of both because you know that both of their strengths are the same. So why not start with a player like Ansu Fati or Ferran Torres who can give you a different element and they are very comfortable playing on the left wing. And Ousmane Dembele was trying all the trickery and all the skills, but nothing was working out until the 40th minute where Barcelona took the lead. It became 1-0 and suddenly the crowd rose to their feet and we were expecting Barcelona to go above Inter Milan, attack them in all ways forward and definitely increase the lead. However, in the second half, Inter Milan came as a rejuvenated side. They came out of the blocks faster than anyone and I just don't understand what is wrong with Gerard Piqué. He feels that everything is calm inside his own defensive box. The penalty box is, just very empty. No Inter Milan player can enter that. And suddenly pops Nicolo Barella out of nowhere. He scores for Inter Milan and it is 1-1. And not only that, I have to, question how the defensive structure of Barcelona is, because you have a player like Eric Garcia. Yes, he is a very good ball playing center back, but his decision making is just awful. And coming up against a player like Lautaro Martinez, it was always going to be difficult. And we saw what happened. Lautaro Martinez gets the ball, he chests it downwards, and he shoots it past Marc-Andre Ter Stegen through the inside of the post. It is 2-1 to Inter Milan, and it was always coming. I had no doubt that Inter Milan will score because of the threat that they were posing on the counter attack, and Barcelona were caught out of position on numerous occasions. This is something which we don't associate with this Barcelona team for so many years, and still this is happening. The same mistakes, the same frailties, and I was happy that Andres Christensen was injured because he is not too much of an upgrade on Eric Garcia. And Eric Garcia was a makeshift defender because Ronald Araujo is injured, and we were expecting PK to take the limelight, to be the leader at the back with his experience. And he himself made a horrendous mistake for Inter Milan's equalizer. And soon after Inter Milan went 2-1 up, I thought that they could have managed the game better because they had chances and they didn't take them. When you have players like Henrik Mkhitaryan in your squad who does the defensive role as well, you require a player like Edin Dzeko to go up top, and even Hakan Çalhanoğlu was quite outstanding, I would say. Only sometimes they were caught out of possession, and whenever the turnover happened, Barcelona were trying to put more pressure on Inter Milan. And that's when you see Robert Lewandowski coming to life, because throughout the 180 minutes, I would say he was kept quiet by the three centre backs who I thought were outstanding, especially Skriniar, the Inter Milan captain. However, when you have Robert Lewandowski in that kind of mood where he has not scored, he would definitely do anything to score a goal. And that is exactly what happened. I think it was the 81st minute where Lewandowski equalized. It is 2-2, and soon after that, you are thinking that the game is going to end in a stalemate. And still, Inter Milan came up with a counter attack. Robin Gosens coming off the bench and scoring for Inter Milan, and you're still thinking that the game is over. It cannot be much more thrilling than this. And soon after that, Inter Milan conceded with Robert Lewandowski's header. And that is just, the tipping point for Barcelona. It could have been a very, very embarrassing defeat, but Lewandowski has saved Barcelona's blushes. That is the reality, my friends. With the kind of investment they have made, can you imagine Lewandowski playing the Europa League? And now it is a very, very steep road ahead for them in the Champions League. They will have to wait for Inter Milan's result against Victoria Pilsen. They'll have to hope that Inter Milan lose, and they have to beat they have to beat Bayern Munich at the Camp Nou, and that will be no easy task, my friends. This is a Barcelona team which is looking out of depth, which is looking out of ideas at the moment. They're just lacking the confidence, and sometimes the Champions League can be a really, really cruel competition. And this would be the second time in a row that Barcelona are not able to come out of their group stage in the Champions League. And that just shows that Xavi is still inept. He's, still learning on the job. And this is a very, very big project which he has with Barcelona. It was a very disappointing result, but they still have a chance to qualify. Let's hope for the best, and let's have a wonderful time ahead with the UEFA Champions League. So guys, please let me know, what do you think about FC Barcelona? Do you still believe, as a Catalan fan, that Barcelona will qualify for the knockout stage? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button and share it amongst your friends and network for regular updates. So until next time, stay safe and take care.